Hello everyone once again and welcome to another game of League of Legends. This is a silver level unranked game between these two teams. I was about to say these two players watching too much StarCraft. That's me. We got ourselves in the bottom lane, a Vayne Sona, pretty solid, pretty pokey, really fun to be around. A little bit short range though, so that's all there. Darius going to go into the jungle, Talon going to go top lane in Nidalee, going AP in the mid lane with 34 AP, pure runes because she's starting Fairy Charm. That's insane. We got ourselves in the mid lane for the red team, a Lissandra, who is very, very good. Her cooldowns are pretty high. She has to go in pretty hardcore if she wants to go in at all, but she's a very good character all around. Hecarim in the jungle, top tier pick for the jungle. I believe this was draft pick, so you know what? Didn't ban him, might as well play him. Sona going down bottom with her Caitlyn friend, long range, really counters the Vayne, not a bad choice at all. If the Vayne actually does get in, we'll be very surprised, but if she does, she'll get plenty of kills for it. And a Cho'Gath, using the cool skin top, being all Gurgur. Usually for a top laner, if you don't know where the other team is, or if they haven't invaded, you stand in this tribush right here, or you go ward around, maybe invade or something, but standing at your tower ain't doing you much, is it? Whatever, no big deal. And I'm going to speed this game up until it actually gets going. Pinging at the Wraiths, okay, well, that's fine, Nidalee, there's nothing there, but I guess you can do whatever. Yeah, just throwing down those. But okay, anyhow. Doot. Darius gonna start rolls, as any self-respecting jungler will, except for a few. Some of the AP junglers actually do start blue because it's a little bit faster. And this is actually a really good thing that the blue team is doing. Wraith, Sona and Vayne both gonna pick up the golems over there. Getting that extra experience, since no one else is gonna pick it up for a little while. They do lose a little bit of HP, but Sona obviously has a heal at level 2, so it'll matter so little. Darius will get down there, they'll respawn in time. Wow, this Darius took a lot of damage from that blue buff. I guess the Talon came in a little late to help him. It's unfortunate all around. Nidalee coming into lane. I believe she has to have started Trap. Yes, indeed she has. Starting Trap makes a lot of sense. Usually I do it when I'm playing the Nidalee support. Nipport is what I was about to say. Not actually a word, fun fact. So, I don't know about doing it mid, but I guess it works out. Caitlyn and Janna, again, having kind of an advantage in this lane. If they decided to, they could easily go in on this Vayne. Caitlyn, 69 AD to the Vayne, 66. Yeah, this Caitlyn should easily be able to outpoke. Throw out a couple pilt over Peacemakers. Jeez, I just can't talk at all today. And do what she can. By the way, Darius came around to gank her. Level 1 gank, I believe, or level 3? Oh, Jesus. Cho'Gath dying at level 2? Man, I'm going to scroll back and see how that happened, because that's something that shouldn't really happen this early game. Cho'Gath actually winning this engage on the Talon. Talon flashing away, Cho'Gath flashing 2, but flashing into tower range. Don't flash into tower range at level 2. Towers are pretty solid, all things considered. Unless you have Ignite, in which case Ignite and actually win that engage. Or trade for it and get the first blood, but that wasn't a good play. Caitlyn and Janna both just chilling out down here. Vayne going in as hard as she can, but the Janna shield thrown up and preventing anything else from going down over there. Lissandra, honestly, I haven't seen too much of, but she is really good. She doesn't exactly have the huge mana issues I was expecting, and her DPS, as long as she teleports in with her clothing, is really solid. All in all, I think I'm going to buy her next, to be honest. If it matters to anyone else who I'm buying next, it shouldn't. Darius waiting once again for another gank in mid, although I don't think he's going to get it, as this Nidalee is pushing this Lissandra all the way deep. Lissandra starting again with all these massive amounts of health potions and mana potions. I really dislike that. Being able to start boots or being able to start AP is really nice as well. People just don't do it as much because, you know, sustain is the name of the game for a little while, and that's alright. It's just a bit of a nuisance. Janna having to flash out of a very, very bad pinch made by the Sona and the Vayne warding up a little bit. Never ever try to engage a Vayne post level 2 if you have a level disadvantage like that. She will just Silver Bulls proc you and do quite a bit of damage. At this point though, she's going to have to fall back. Speaking of falling back, the Cho'Gath getting attacked quite heavily by the, jeez, I can't talk at all, Talon, who just poked him a few times, preventing any healing from going down, and now has the advantage in lane until Cho'Gath carnivores back up to a good amount of health. Cho'Gath probably going to have to farm with some ruptures and some screams instead of getting right next to minions, as Talon is just bush humping. Yes, indeed, he is doing just that. The bush humping Talon going quite heavily on the Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath going to try to trade a little bit with the rupture, actually keeping him low enough. Hecarim coming in just in time to do ridiculous amounts of damage. One more auto attack. There goes the kill for the Hecarim. And I do believe that Cho'Gath got the assist as well. There it is. Good stuff, good stuff. Very good timing on that jungler. Wow, Caitlyn having the range of Goddess, shooting that Vayne diagonally on her tower, picking up that kill. Janna recalling. I think she got enough money from that assist to pick up the Philo Stone first. And Caitlyn gonna recall as well, because at 2 bars, what are you gonna do down there? Honestly, just leave. It's fine. No one's gonna get angry at you. Cho'Gath beating up the Darius jungle, who just came top lane. Not exactly the best idea to try to engage as Darius, and if you were in the jungle, as the jungler usually does have some gold issues early game. Especially if you went Spirit Stone, because that's not doing any help as far as damage or anything like that. Hecarim, realizing that the other jungler is all the way up in top lane, gonna go into his enemy jungle and check out what he can steal. Apparently it's only going to be golems, and that's a little bit dangerous. Yep, the Vayne has scouted that and is going to go in on the Hecarim as hard as she can. Not actually getting the stun, the Hecarim actually picking up the golem instead of trying to turn around and fight the Vayne, and then charging away. He's a horse, it makes sense, good for him. Darius just chill out in the middle, waiting for this Lissandra to not know he's there. But pro tip, you walk past a ward that is right there. Not a terrible place for a ward. And apparently the Hecarim is talking now, that's adorable. Bottom lane! Caitlyn picking up the pickaxe first, not a bad idea. Especially if you know that you're going Infinity Edge first, you're going to have quite a bit of DPS. Vayne going for the Vamp Scepter instead. Also a good idea. If you have a support with a heal, you don't really need the life steal over much, but it's still nice to have. And most people nowadays are going for Blade of the Ruined King or Bilgewater Cutlass first. So it sort of makes sense to build the Vamp Scepter. Keep yourself alive a little bit easier, and continue from there. Sona trying as hard as she can to harass this Caitlyn, but the Caitlyn shield, too solid. Ooh, the Darius coming in for the worst timed gank in existence. They're all the way behind their tower. What is with this Darius' timing? I don't know. Usually you come in when the lane is pushed, so you can, you know, sneak into a bush or something? I don't know. But apparently not for this Darius. That's too mainstream. Meanwhile, Cho'Gath having hit 6, got the... Whoa, he is all the way deep on that armor, getting the double cloth armor and the chain vest. No boots. Nothing like boots. Boots are silly. Cho'Gath instead is just going to push the Talon out of lane. Oh, no, Talon's going to hang around with 5 bars? Not exactly the best life choice, especially against the Cho'Gath, who has been shown to have hit ruptures multiple times. Oh, Darius finally coming in for a well-timed, well-angled gank. Why is this going to happen here? I don't know. Couldn't tell you, but what I do know is that that was a beautiful ult by the Lissandra, and that'll be another pickup for the Caitlyn, I believe? Nope, the Lissandra did secure that kill. Darius came in, realized, uh-oh, I got followed by a jungler. Why are you not taking those golems? You'll never know. You can't really defend this tower. Not by yourself at level 4. With like, oh god, this the Caitlyn goes all the way deep and tries to kill herself, which she almost does, picking up the... Wow, picking up the Vayne at the end of that with a barrier proc. Well done. Didn't expect to get anything out of that, but in fact, she did. Not sure why she walked all the way past the tower like that, except to pick up that kill. Wouldn't suggest that. Just get the tower, guys. It's okay. It's okay. Towers are good. But the red team getting a little bit of an advantage with that engagement. Man, the way Lissandra walks is a trip. Look at that. Just like... Boop, boop. Keep walking. Oh, man, that is crazy. Right. Right. Character design. That's so nuts. Ooh, literally going balls deep on this Lissandra. But Lissandra's saying, I don't care. I'm just going to not freak out. Don't freak out. Just do as much damage as I can while she's standing there. Make her want to back off, and that's what she does. Talon got the Brutalizer to the Cho'Gath's ridiculous amount of armor. Unfortunately, that little armor pen ain't gonna matter against double cloth armor chain vest. Although, double cloth armor chain vest ain't gonna matter against any AP, so, you know, we'll see if this works out in the end. I have a feeling for a little bit, it will work out just fine. Hecarim floating around, going once again into the Darius' jungle. No one's gonna stop him. He's Hecarim. He does a lot of damage. He can leave if he wanted to. Very good. What is that ping? Oh, blue buff just coming up. He apparently times his buffs. Good for him. So Darius is going to start getting that. While the Hecarim comes around from the back. Hecarim, oh, getting pushed by the Vayne ult. Or Vayne Condemn, rather. Yes, the ulti goes down, but the Vayne blocks it. But the Vayne's probably going to die anyway, as the Hecarim takes the tower for just long enough for the Caitlyn to tower dive. Both the characters, now Janna's tanking it, and Caitlyn nets away to safety. Woof. Unfortunate for the blue team that there's so much jungle presence down there for the red team. Well played by the Hecarim too, coming down around behind where the wards should be. I guess there's one ward here, so there you are. Meanwhile, Lysandra, realizing that she's getting a little bit outclassed in mid because of the way that Nidalee works, one spear hits and you lose the lane, decides to go get Wraiths instead. Not a bad idea. While Darius is actually counter-jungling the Hecarim. That's dangerous. That is a dangerous idea. Especially since the Hecarim knows that his red buff is up, is going to come over here to see what he can prevent. Realizing that his red buff is getting ridiculously far out of position, knows where the Darius is, and decides to go down mid instead to chase away the Nidalee. Gets hit by a Nidalee spear though. There you are. That's exactly why you don't like playing against Nidalee. Meanwhile, bottom lane still a ridiculously horrible place for the blue team. Caitlyn and Janna once again just pushing all the way to the tower and pushing as hard as they can, tornadoing things and making sure the minions don't ever get past middle lane. They aren't even worried about Darius because they know where Darius is. They're looking at the map. Hecarim is just waiting. Oh my goodness, Darius, don't worry about it, bro. Don't even worry about it. It's okay. And the red team's turret picked up by the Nidalee, who forced the Lysandra out of lane. The Hecarim may want to pay a little bit more attention to this lane, but the Darius is going to die. Oh, no, but the flash over the Baron Wall, the flash getting chased by the Cho'Gath. The Cho'Gath, no, cooldowns are up, I believe. The cooldown for Rupture comes up. Oh, the jukes. Will the scream hit? Will the scream hit? Yes, yes it does. Okay, 300 gold to the Cho'Gath. Had to wait a little while because of the caster cooldowns on his stuff. Makes sense in the end. There's a tower there. Please don't tower dive as the Nidalee throws a spear. Hits the Cho'Gath in the bones. That's all there is. And the blue team's turret down bottom finally goes down, as we knew it would. Right, guys? Right. The Zephyr going down on the Sona, but no one's focusing the Vayne. That's not a good place to be. But the Vayne ults to try to keep herself alive. Flashes over the wall. That's an ult and a flash down. Ouch. And the Nidalee picking a big kill, I believe. Yes, would have to be a spear, but the Lysandra coming around the back end to see what she can do here. The ult having gone on already, the burst has been negated. I say ulting a little bit early right there because she could have hit both of these players instead of just hitting the Nidalee, keeping herself safe with that. And with a 100-second cooldown on that thing, I'm not sure if it was entirely worth it. She really needs to stay behind minions to keep herself safe from the Nidalee. Janna and Caitlyn all the way deep in the Darius' jungle trying to steal some wraiths. Darius can't do much about them, but I mean, they can't do much about him. No Dragon Wards for either team. That's some silver level play right there if I've ever seen it. Then again, I do that because I'm the best at this game. Lance in the Pants. This guy's name is Lance in the Pants. That is amazing. Okay then. Sorry, I got distracted. Back to the game. Nidalee hopping on minions, trying to get as much money as she can while Lysandra's all at the top lane. Not a bad idea. Let's see what the builds are looking like. We got ourselves a Chalice, a Harmony for the Lysandra, as well as a Fiendish Codex, probably building into the Athene's Unholy Grail. Wow, Cho'Gath, you're poking for deeps. Woo! Oh, he's got the Frozen Heart. That explains so much. He's built heavily against this this Talon. I say get a little bit of AP and have a good old time up there. Then again, he's having a fun old time, as it is walking around minions, waiting for the last hits, as any self-respecting mid or top should do. Or mid, honestly. You know what? Any lane. Meanwhile, down bottom, Caitlyn's already got her BF Sword level 2 boots, building into the Infinity Edge first. Janna, same old stuff, getting the Philo Stone, getting the Sight Stone. Probably building into an Aegis at some point. Not bad play by anyone there. Hecarim going for the Brutalizer, I believe. No other item builds out of 2 longswords that quickly. I can't wait to see what this Cho'Gath builds after his Frozen Heart. Hopefully another Frozen Heart. Nah, it doesn't make any sense. Don't do that, guys. Meanwhile, for the blue team. Yeah, see, the build Rudder Cutlass, that's fine and all, but you can't out-sustain and out-DPS someone with that much more deeps. Except if a Darius comes in for a ganker on the backside, spins around, tries to get a yoink. Gonna get a yoink, there's no way she's not. But the Caitlyn turns around to get up the kill on the Vayne. Now this has to be at least 1 for 1. Or 2 for 1, which isn't terrible. Oh, the spear coming around the back end, picking up Indiana's finest, who is apparently a Janna. You can't run from the middle, you can't run like that. You could have just shot her, but it's okay. No one's gonna die for that anyway, so the kills go to no one. 5 to 8 kills for the, in favor, excuse me, of the red team. The red team still doing quite well except for that gank. And the red team also realizing that gank just went down, gonna do as much damage as they can to these minions and to this tower. Hecarim, please hit the tower. Hecarim, you could have gotten the tower in this amount of time. Hecarim, please. Pulse Heck. Hecarim, no. Anyhow, he's a horse. He's going to tank the tower for... He's going to die? No, okay, he's cool. That was awful close, considering. Meanwhile, Cho'Gath all alone up top lane, getting ridiculously pushy now that he can push the Talon out of lane quite easily. Talon, having gotten the Black Cleaver, going to be doing a little bit more damage. Oof, the whiff on all of that burst Means that she's going to be out of commission for at least 15 seconds. Juking that spear, thank God for that. That would be about half health, to be honest. Cho'Gath gives not a crap in the world about this Talon, hitting that rupture, hitting the screen, poking twice with the spikes, and then nomming on the Talon. I was about to say Taric, that's not a Taric at all. And then he's going to lifesteal all the way back up with Consume. Gotta love Cho'Gath. Gotta love character design. What's all these pings going down? Oh, look, a blue buff. Why did Caitlyn start it? You'll never know. Caitlyn doesn't care. She's a real man. She's a man's man. Got all the items for the Infinity Edge. All she needs is that 300 gold to continue that. Darius pigs the Cho'Gath, telling him, oh, by the way, I'm coming up, guys. Cho'Gath, no wards in that bush at all. Seeing the Darius come around because the Darius waited far too short, and the Cho'Gath is going to hug his tower until he gets a little bit of help from his Hecarim. And of course he really doesn't have to, because unless Darius does do some bleed damage, which is magic. What? Cho'Gath, don't be afraid. It's okay. It's okay. They won't hurt you. Shh, it's okay. Yeah, see, the pokes that they do is so, like, negligible. Just scream at the minions, you'll be fine. Actually, just last hit the minions. Good for you, Cho'Gath. This is some high-level play. Cho'Gath, giant and ignoring everyone. Oh god, that headshot proc on that Caitlyn shot was amazing. Main's like trying as hard as she can to out DPS, but the Caitlyn going for the pure DPS, don't give a crap about your build without a Cutlass. Lissandra coming around the bottom end, seeing if she can get up a hit on the Vayne, who's going to be completely sighted. Not sure if this Lissandra wanted to wait for that or not. Hitting a Nidalee trap, unfortunately. And getting chased around by the Nidalee. Nidalee hitting a spear from there. Does the Lissandra notice? Yes, she does indeed. Getting chased by the Darius as well, but the Darius and the Nidalee both flash. If they don't get this kill, doesn't make it worth it. And, oh god, with the ulti picking up the stun on the Nidalee. Will Nidalee continue to chase? The red team really needs to fall back and help out their AD carry, but the stun goes down once again, the ignite goes down, the barrier goes down, and then, no, dies to the damage over time. Nidalee, no, don't go for that. That's a... Caitlyn, why did you just do that? That scared the hell out of me. Caitlyn, you didn't need to ace in the hole that. That was unnecessary in every way. But it was cool. Caitlyn picking up the kill on the Nidalee, who chased far too distant and died for it. Curiosity killed the cat, but you know what's over there, Nidalee. Another tower and more players. Alright. Talon once again recalling while Cho'Gath just chills in lane. Let's see the farm advantage here. 96 minions for the Talon to the 118 of the Cho'Gath. Both of their scores are pretty much exactly the same. Caitlyn, don't hang around. You're at 3 bars. You have no way to heal that back up. The teleport coming down, I believe, from the Cho'Gath. The Cho'Gath is teleporting down. Will the Cho'Gath hit a rupture? Cho'Gath hits a rupture on both of their bottom laners. The Sona getting harassed quite heavily down right now. Caitlyn getting pushed back all the way deep by the Darius. And this Cho'Gath is going to be a little bit alone over here as she chases down both an AD carry and the support. He's going to die for this, unfortunately, whatever that may be. The cleanse going down by the Vayne, not sure why exactly she was cleansing anything there. Lissandra coming down to see if she can prevent this from going all the way bad. The spear missing completely. The freeze going down completely. And yes, the kill goes down for Lance in the Pants, which is still the best name I've seen in a really long time. Hecarim's down here too, picking up the kill on the enemy jungler. That always feels great. And that would explain why Cho'Gath did that. The disconnect goes down for the Cho'Gath. Welcome to blind picks. Alright, people just quit all the time. People disconnect all the time. Not sure if it was rage quit or internet problems. I'm guessing internet problems because he kind of didn't do anything for a good portion of that. We'll see if he comes back. Hopefully he does. And the red team picking up another turret up in top lane. Good Talon. Good. Seeing as you didn't help your bot lane, might as well do something useful. This game can actually go pretty sour now that the Cho'Gath has disconnected. The red team only had a 2k gold advantage. Oh, the spear! Okay, you missed. Okay, chilling. The blue team's gonna get all the way pushing now that they, it's 485, so it's like, why not? Man, that Nidalee skin is really not good. I really don't like it. Sorry. Oh my god, that's really ballsy, Lissandra. 2v1 against this Lissandra. Lissandra has no ult up, and she falls quite easily to the Talon and the Nidalee. The blue team, until the Cho'Gath reconnects, really has to play it carefully close to the chest. Otherwise, this is going to be a massive waste, as they are heavily ahead right now. The jungler is finally warding up a dragon. No sight wards for either player. Come on, guys. Sight ward, please. It's really a good idea. Man, the slow on Zephyr's amazing. Why does no one play Janna anymore? Hecarim chasing down the Nidalee. The Nidalee can actually run away from Hecarim. That's sort of the silly part. Cats can run away from horses, especially centaurs. It all makes sense if you don't think about it too much. As Talon just chills out top lane, tries to fix that gold farm disadvantage rather that he's had for a little while. And considering there's no laner up there, it's not going to be too hard for him at all. Come on, Cho'Gath, reconnect. Your entire team's counting on you. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, see if Cho'Gath actually does reconnect at any point in this game. Jen is defending bot lane by herself. Not a bad idea, as she does need to... Oh god, Lissandra, no, run! Lissandra, why? And gets dunked on by the Darius, picking up that kill. This Lissandra's getting a little bit too cocky, but she was doing well in the early game, so I can't really hate her for that. Janna monsooning to keep the tower alive just a little bit longer, but getting condemned against that one tower she was trying to save. Oh god, the irony. Will she be able to kill the Vayne with tower damage? Not even close, as the Sona does throw out a heal, preventing that death from going down and embarrassing everyone. And the tower does go down right now. There it goes. The red team's outer turret, her last one in fact, has gone down. And Hecarim pinging the blue buff, trying to make sure that the game doesn't go all the way bad, giving every buff to every teammate. That's not his. But the blue team, rather, is all the way in their jungle, and there's really nothing you can do about it. It's a 4v5, and the game is not so lopsided that the red team can just fight this 4v5. They really needed the Cho'Gath initiation, and Darius smiting that to pick that up, by the way. Janna, why are you so close? You're crazy. Yeah, getting bullied to death, and then the Hecarim getting picked up by the 3 players on the enemy team. At 21 minutes, this game has flipped completely because of the character disconnect. Nidalee throwing one more spear, hitting Lissandra right in the mouth, taking about a third of her health. Oh man, this is just a downer. Sad. Really it is. Talon cutting off the retreat options, but getting stunned quite heavily. Everything going down, and still the Talon picks up that kill pretty easily. The inner tower on the bottom level is going to go down once again. Once again, what am I talking about? For the first time, would have to be, to the red team. And this game is more or less over, unless that Cho'Gath reconnects quite soon. The blue team, having taken that gold advantage and rubbed it in their face, Hecarim just chilling at the middle tower. I'm not sure if he's disconnected again or what. I think it might just be him slowly giving up. The sadness that's engulfed his entire body has become too much for him. I feel bad mostly for this Caitlyn, because this Caitlyn is doing very, very well. She has the Infinity Edge, she has the Zeal, she's going for a Phantom Dancer. She's going for the most simple build she can, but it's amazing how well it works. But the game might be over because of a disconnected initiator. That is very sad. Hecarim, you can't chase down Nidalee, it's Nidalee, don't be silly. Anyhow, Vayne going up top lane to pick up as much farm as she can, which is going to be quite a bit looking at this minion wave. Vayne, having gotten the Blade of the Rune King and very little else, she is pretty far behind this Caitlyn. Caitlyn at 146 minions and 5 kills, to the Vayne's 94 minions and 0 kills. So, if the Cho'Gath does come back, the red team still does stand a chance, regardless of the gold disadvantage that they do have. Oh, good effort by the Caitlyn. The teleport going down by the Talon though, and that's going to be a dead Caitlyn. Assassins versus an AD carry. GG going down, and there's the surrender vote. Oh man. Oh, it hurts. Anyhow, good games to both players. Honestly, the red team should have won that. It's the character disconnect that loses games for everyone involved. I wanted to cast this game mostly to show that, yes, this does happen to everyone, not just you, random player who's level 20 and feels like the entire world's against him as he gets teammates who don't know how to farm and don't know how to right-click. Anyhow, if you like this game, guys, please subscribe, like the video, make fun of me in the comments, laugh at people in the game. I don't know. Poop in a bag and then put it on my doorstep, light it on fire, and then knock on my door, so when I try to put it out, I'll be like, oh my god, a fire, I'll stomp on it, and then my foot will smell like poop. Don't do that last one, though. I don't think most of you guys know where I live. Anyhow, good games to both players. See you later.